was lost known to man. Akatosh gave the stone to Saint Alesh in token of her right to sit the throne. Red dot.
Buy me another bucket.
Help me get back on my feet.
Yes, my vision dream speaks true. You are the one my mistress seeks.
Excuse me, please. I have a message for you. If I may be so bold, you match the description I was given. I have a message to deliver to you, if that's all right. An old wizard hired me. Called himself Abner Tharn and claimed to be a battle mage in service to Emperor Varen Aquilarius, if you can imagine such a thing. He was quite insistent I find you and deliver his words exactly as he relayed them to me. Forgive me, but I can't duplicate his imperious inflections.
The great Abner Tharn requires your assistance. With it, we can end the Three Banners War. Report to me immediately, if not sooner.
He asked me to mark his location on your map.
Yes, my vision dream speaks true. You are the one my mistress seeks. Hear ye and be inspired. I have heard the word of the Dread Lady, and those words have led me to you. I bring you greetings and a message from my lovely and powerful mistress. Prepare to be enlightened. Well, the greeting is actually from me. My mistress isn't big on the niceties of social interaction. The message, however, is definitely meant for you. You look just like the person she showed me in my vision dream. Relax, it was a perfectly innocent vision dream. An image in my head so I'd recognize you, you understand. She ordered me to deliver a letter. The one over there on that table, actually. May the blessings of the Dread Lady be upon you, chosen mortal. My mistress's letter waits over there. I had to put it down. For some reason, carrying it all this way made my skin itch and my head tingle, and not in a good way. Only you can read it, or so the Dread Lady informed me. I am too lowly to speak of my mistress in anything more than euphemisms and hushed tones. She is the darkness and the dead of night, the arcane fire burning in oblivion. I am but her humble prophet. If you want to know more, then read the letter. I am a prophet, charged with carrying the words of the Dread Lady herself. Cultist, however, is an insulting term. I am a true believer, a faithful servant of, well, of an entity I'd rather not mention in a public space. Makes the locals nervous.
This is too much. Do I look like some kind of powerful sorceress to you? No, I'm just an apprentice. I can't take on an army of Baron Montclair's thugs. I mean, I want to advance within the Mages Guild, but they ask the impossible. The Magister in Shornhelm sent me out here to recover a relic called the Tear of Anurame. It's incredibly valuable. I don't think he even expects me to succeed. I think he's just trying to get me killed. You mean, you would go and get the Tear of Anurame for me? Yes, of course! If you'll go get the Tear and bring it back to Magister Wolftus in Shornhelm, that would show the old bastard. I think I could even claim credit. I can't tell you what a relief it is to have your help. I'll stay here for a little while in case you have any questions, but then I'll head back to Shornhelm. I'll tell Magister Wolftus I've dealt with the matter, and he'll soon have his relic. You're the one doing the real work here. If all I have to do is answer a few questions, I'm getting off easy. What do you want to know? According to legend, it's the final tear shed by the Ayleid princess, Anurame. after she was betrayed by her lover. They say its substance is pure hatred, and it has the power to crush armies. The book I brought with me describes it in more detail. I've been studying magic for a few months, but all I can really do is conjure up a light. I suppose that would help you a little, but honestly, I have a feeling I'd just get killed. I might even get you killed, too. Magister Wolfdis said this assignment wasn't just a test of my magical ability, but also of my resourcefulness. Finding you and enlisting your help was pretty resourceful. At least that's the argument I intend to make.
Does a Dagon cult have in this place? Flee?
Do your worst, Dremora. I'll tell you nothing.
I'll squeeze the knowledge out of it. Damn. I forgot how fragile mortals can be. I sense. Yes. You are the mortal I sent for, and not a moment too soon. Good. I attempted to get this Mehrunes Dagon cultist to enlighten me. He refused. I may have insisted a bit too vigorously, but it was his own fault. Technically, I am a Dremora, but yes, my origins are Daedric. I was investigating the activities of these followers of Mehrunes Dagon when I ran into an obstacle. It pains me to admit it, but this requires a mortal's touch. I need assistance. An Imperial cache lies beyond that concealed doorway. Unfortunately, the entrance has been warded to prevent anyone, including those of my kind, from passing through. I require a capable mortal to shatter the ward so we can see what's hidden inside. Take this amulet. I went to great trouble to acquire it. With it, you should be able to shatter the ward and open the hidden storehouse. We must find the secrets locked inside before the Daganists do. The fate of your world hangs in the balance. The amulet should allow you to remove the ward so we may enter the concealed annex. I had it specifically constructed just for this purpose, but it will only function for a mortal. Hurry now. I haven't got all day. I acquired a map from the Mehrunes Dagon cultists that indicates an Imperial cache is hidden inside. I want to reach that cache before they do, and find out what Emperor Leovic thought was important enough to hide from mortals and Daedra alike. Don't the actions of the Daedric princes, when turned in this direction, always concern the fate of this particular ball of mud? The Longhouse Emperors have protected a secret for 3 generations. A secret that involves Mehrunes Dagon. A secret guarded from mortals and Daedra alike that involves the Prince of Destruction? I do not think the threat could be any more clear if they painted us a picture. What form that threat will take, however, that is what I hope to ascertain. How remarkably narrow-minded you mortals can be. What is your definition of evil? Do I care for the lives of mortals? No. Do you care for the lives of ants that crawl beneath your feet? Our interests are aligned at this time. That should suffice. I saw the Daganists use magic to temporarily disable the ward. Their power is limited, however, and the ward reasserted itself before I could follow them. Only power akin to the amulet can totally destroy the ward. Do you assume I am without resources? That I do not have connections in both the Mundus and throughout the plains of Oblivion? I have given you the amulet, and it will do its job. Nothing else matters, little mortal. The protective ward is deadly to Daedra. As a mortal, you are perfectly immune to any such dangers. The ward simply bars your way. Besides, the amulet can only be used by a mortal. That's part of the reason it can destroy the ward. As a mortal, you are immune to the harmful effects of the protective ward. As long as it is in place, however, it will prevent either of us from passing through the warded doorway. That is its primary function, after all. Mehrunes Dagon is one of the Daedric princes, the Lords of Oblivion. Specifically, he is the Prince of Destruction, Revolution, and Ambition. Natural disasters are his forte, though some consider him nothing more than a god of bloodshed and betrayal. Concern? I am not concerned. I am curious. Secrets intrigue me. If anyone should be concerned, little mortal, it is you. When a cult devoted to the god of destruction performs mysterious deeds upon your doorstep, there is a good chance your home will soon be engulfed in fire, devoured by earthquakes, or submerged in a raging flood. And by your home, I mean Nirn. The ward has fallen. Let us see what waits inside. I sense more wards ahead. Deal with them. I shall wait here. You destroyed the wards. I felt each one shatter in turn. Well done, little mortal. Now tell me, what did you find? Let me see them. A collection of apparently mundane items, at least on the surface. But look at this scroll. It not only bears the seal of the last Longhouse Emperor, it has been ensorcelled so that it cannot be unfurled or read. Interesting. Architectural plans from the looks of it, and not the mundane engineering so common to your world. No, these plans include powerful Daedric elements. Some sort of vault, obviously, strengthened and enhanced by a complex arcane matrix. Intriguing. It marks a location in Grahtwood, Ne Salas, another ruin, and perhaps another annex. I'll open a portal to take you there. Keep the amulet. It retains power enough to deal with a few more wards. While you search, I shall try to read the scroll. This portal will take you to Ne Salas. Raid the caches while I deal with the ensorcelled scroll.
to me, Thaindil. Magical transport is the only way this many Redguard could have appeared here so suddenly. We need to cut them off before an entire army is on our doorstep. Tread carefully. An army is massing under our feet. I don't know how this happened. Somehow the Covenant has managed to fill this ruin with troops, and more seem to be arriving as if out of thin air. It must be magic. No other explanation. This is the only entrance or exit to the ruin. The Redguards must be using a portal to enter the ruin. They probably thought they could avoid detection until they had a force big enough to attack. If there's a portal, and I'll need my armor if there isn't. We need to seal it before reinforcements arrive. A lone scout will have an easier time than a full force. We don't have the numbers to face them head-on anyway. I appreciate it. Take this wand and use it to disrupt the portal. Be careful, though. Don't try to fight everybody. It'll be a waste if you die before closing that portal.
One more step and you get an arrow in the knee. Hey, you don't look like a cultist. To Hermaeus Mora's nether regions. If you aren't one of the damn cultists and you aren't one of the Covenant soldiers, then what in the name of Oblivion's stinky armpit are you doing down here? Imperial caches? Really? That's funny. That's exactly what brought me here. But then I found this band of wood elves under assault by Covenant soldiers and a group of insane Daedric cultists. You positive you aren't one of the cultists? All right. The enemy of my enemy and all that. Just like in the Investigator Vale stories. I suppose I can trust you. For now. The cultists answer to someone called Doombringer Eshel, and he's got some kind of scholar lady at his side. Farther in, I'm guessing? The cultist leader paid off the soldiers and they just let them wander on through. If you can clear a path, I'll get these wood elves out of here and then follow after you. We can meet up when you find the cultists. I'm just a young wood elf with a good bow and a thirst for adventure. I plan to make a name for myself, and this seems like the perfect opportunity. Provided I don't get sacrificed in some stupid Daedric ceremony along the way. Cracked acorns. You established adventurers don't understand. When you're starting out, it's hard to become recognized as a real hero. But that's what I want to be. Just like in the Investigator Vale and Green Hood stories. I found a journal in Black Drake Villa, a hidden refuge of the Longhouse Emperors. It was in some kind of code, so it took me a while to figure out what it said. Well, actually, I had someone decipher it for me. Even deciphered, the journal didn't make much sense. Emperor Leovic wrote it. Lots of crazy talk about annexes around Tamriel where he hid caches related to something he called the Emperor's Secret. I decided to investigate, so here I am. Not much. I heard a few of the cultists mention his name. Said it with a mixture of awe and respect. I think they're afraid of him. I noticed that the woman scholar stayed close to the leader's side. She was explaining the history of this place. Once I get these wood elves out of here, I'll catch up with you.
The cultists. They destroyed the ward and marched right in. This whole situation, it's gone roots up faster than a Nord eats pie. We were trying to get back to the others, avoiding the soldiers as best we could. But we ran right into the cultists. They wounded me, but I played dead. Watched the scholar lady work her magic and break the ward. I headed inside, and a wood elf slipped out of the shadows. But not one of my mates. Said her name was Everly Sharp Arrow. She made sure I wasn't bleeding too badly, and went in after the cultists. Don't shake any branches on my account. I just need a moment, and then I'll sneak out of this place. Can't say the same about my mates, though. But if you plan to help Everly and do something about those cultists, you better get a move on.
Hey, over here! You need to see this! What took you so long? Never mind, never mind. Look down there. That's the cult leader and the scholar lady I told you about. And that must be the Imperial cache. What can I say? I'm as fast as a leaf on the wind and silent as a shadow. I suggest we take different paths to that chamber, just in case. I'll meet you down there. Last one to put an arrow in the cultist is a sour gore apple. That's an odd question. I was hired to find another book at Black Drake Villa and came across the journal. I was curious and I had some time, so I had the journal deciphered. Turned out to be a lot of ramblings. Emperor Leovic was either crazy or desperate. The coded message had that sort of air about it. But yes, he alluded to some end-of-the-world level stuff along with the rest of his crazy. I came here to see if there was any truth to the danger, to go along with his obvious delusions.
I will not fail, Doombringer. I'll have the wards down momentarily. Interesting. This ward is different. I sense intruders. Keep them back while I finish my work.
Flank, now!
This ward, it appears to require a small
Let disaster rain upon you, fool!
deal with the
Eat arrows, creepy cult lady! My arrows always strike through! Hang on, let me try. Hey, that actually worked! Look out! Daedra!
Lower your weapon, elf. I'll confer with the other mortal after they
What
search
did you
the
find?
cache.
Anything interesting in there? Well, what was inside the cache? Have we finally discovered the secret of the Longhouse Emperors? Let me take a look. Yeah, that's a code, all right. Imperial. Just like in the journal I found at Black Drake Villa. I know someone who can decipher this. He helped me with the journal. I'm sure I can get him to translate this scroll, too. Not far from here. Just outside Eldenroot. Just look for the camp with all the books in it. I'll meet you there. Let's just say I've known him for a very long time, and I trust him with my life. Like I said, he translated the journal I found. The one written by Emperor Leovic that led me here. Tell me why we should trust that Daedra lady, though. All right, if you say so. I suppose if she's willing to help, we have to give her the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to watch her like a hawk, though. You never count your seeds before they sprout, my great-aunt Laurel always said.
Now that you've satisfied the Wood Elf's curiosity, it's time to satisfy mine. Show me what the cache contained, little mortal. We already knew this concerned Emperor Leovic, and I cannot read those coded words. As much as this mystery intrigues me, it has also begun to bore me. If we don't solve some piece of the puzzle soon, I may just look elsewhere for entertainment. The fate of your world, little mortal, not mine. But do not fear. The mortal realm has always amused me. I will aid you as I can, provided such efforts continue to benefit me as well. Alas, I cannot help decipher the Emperor's code. So, the Wood Elf is useful after all. Interesting. I will open a portal to this Elden route to expedite your journey. When the opportunity presents itself, ask the Wood Elf how she was able to break that ward. I sense something powerful. Not yet, but I have my finest Banekin working on it even as we speak. Go, little mortal. Solve the mysteries before you while I ponder the various clues we've pulled together. I will find you when one of us has something new to report. This portal shall take you to Elden Root. Do not dally. I sense there's more to this mystery than the politics of emperors.
Meet Baragon. Baragon, this is my friend. We've got a scroll to show you.
Evely says you have something for me to look at. Let me take a look. Imperial, all right. Specifically, this is Emperor Leovic's personal code. Luckily, I know it well. Unfortunately, I don't have Leovic's signet ring. Without that, I can't decipher the code. You have a signet ring? Why, yes, this does appear to be Emperor Leovic's. At least it's one of them. He certainly loved his jewelry. So first that journal that Evely brought me, and now this. What have you and my sister gotten into this time? My younger sister, yes. I used to regale her with stories of my adventures, back before I became a scribe in Emperor Morikar's court. I worked for both him and his son Leovic. Evely says I sling words the way she looses arrows, fast and on target.
Technically, I was an adventurer, then a scribe. Turned out I preferred ink and parchment to danger and daring do. Unfortunately, I think I put the wrong ideas into little Everly's head. Anyway, the scroll's over there. Deciphered and everything.
Well, what did the scroll say? Do we finally know the Emperor's secret? Varl Lupus? He hired me to investigate Black Drake Villa. But why is the word ambitions capitalized? It must mean something special. Thanks for helping me. Here, take part of what Lupus already paid me. There's more if you come with me to Riften. The deciphered document. It mentions the person who hired me, Varl Lupus. Could he really be Emperor Leovic's steward? I guess it's possible. Anyway, I'm supposed to bring this book I recovered to him. Well, to his contact in Riften, anyway. Varl Lupus sent me to retrieve the book from Black Drake Villa, one of the Longhouse Emperor's hidden retreats. I found it and a journal, the one that led me to Naesalis. It's a strange old tome. I can't read any of the words, if they are words. It's written in a language I've never seen before. Looking at the pages makes my eyes hurt, and just carrying it around, it's kind of uncomfortable. Will you come with me to Riften? I want to deliver the book and be done with this business. I never actually met with Varl Lupus directly. Everything was done through an intermediary. A mage named Renna. We can find her at the Mages Guild Hall in Riften. My brother has a cart we can use to make the journey, or I can just meet you there. Before we found the document my brother deciphered for us, I assumed he was a scholar or a book collector or something. I had no idea he was the steward of the last Longhouse Emperor. We never met. Just exchanged letters until he sent me to Renna. Renna's some kind of mage. She gave me the final instructions for my mission to the villa and handed over the gold. Well, the first payment. I'm promised more when I deliver the book. Don't worry. I'll make sure you get a fair share of the reward. Neither Varl's letters nor my discussion with Renna provided much information. They told me where to look and gave me a map. It had a description of the book written in the corner. I've been carrying it around for a while now. It's difficult. It's hard to describe. It's like carrying a weight, but not like a heavy pack or anything. More like a burden, a constant worry that never subsides. I've also had dreams lately. Bad ones. But I don't want to talk about them. Not yet. Those feelings weren't there at the beginning. Plus, I found that journal. I took it to my brother to decipher. By then, I realized the Longhouse Emperors were hiding something. I wanted to know more. So, I went to Naesalis, met you, and here we are. Yeah, I thought of that. He took one look at the thing and handed it right back to me. Said it wasn't any language he ever saw and wanted nothing to do with it. Some brother, right?
Kuti is pleased to see you. Goodbye, my friend.
Move, now!
Flank, now!
Fan out!
Every man has his price, but mine is 10 gold.
If we do not end this war, it will end us.
Split up! Pride of the lion!
Scatter!
Any luck? Did you find the source of the invaders? Excellent. To be honest, I wasn't sure you would return at all. This is a favorable turn. Now we can secure this area and ensure it is not a weak link in our defense of the region. You have my gratitude. Any luck? Did you find the source of the invaders? Excellent.
Fancy yourself a clothier? Well, I'm the best in town. You'll need some of my goods if you want to keep up. Fancy yourself a clothier?
Ah, so glad to speak to you. Steel claws aren't tires from striking the anvil all of his days and nights. It welcomes the relief. What can this one do for you?
I wasn't sure I would be able to ply my trade in Grahtwood, given how touchy some wood elves are about their trees. So far, so good.
Ifri's beard, the bags those Northmen carry, Your Highness. They stink of old mammoth cheese and sour mead. I can guarantee you nothing I'm intending to sell you will smell like this. You must simply trust me on that. With the invaders routed, you never know what you'll find in the aftermath. And what's more, you never know when you'll need a bag to put it in. I'm your elf, Lenore, the bag elf. Remember me and come to me with all your bagging needs.
Was a traitor and deserved to be put down. I have no doubt that if the raiders had come here with enchanters capable of what I am, we'd all be dead now. So thank you for seeing to it they had no such opportunities. If you've need of my wares or facilities, feel free.
Oh, hello. Guess I should have expected to see you around. Not that it isn't good to see you, but, why are you here, exactly? Well, you're full of surprises. You weren't followed here, were you? No, never mind. I'm sure everything's fine. Thank you for delivering this. Good for the crew's morale.
Don't lie, Catman. I saw you eat that flower. I can't let you harm this forest without penance. The Green Pact demands that you pay for your indiscretion.
Soldier, I appreciate your vigilance, but the Argonians in the Grey Mire are guests. Refrain from any further displays of zeal, or I'll have you scrub down the barricade. Dismissed.
Nothing about you says risk or challenge, and especially not punch a troll in the face while wearing a crown made from your own trousers. If you care to prove me wrong, I could introduce you to my two best friends, Gold and Bragging Rights.
Welcome to the Outside Inn. We're the only inn outside of Eldenroot itself, hence the name.
no safer vault in all of the Dominion. Do you see the trolls? We have trolls guarding our vaults. Nowhere else has the troll security guarantee. Nowhere.
And how would that work exactly? They'd skitter away. Don't believe everything you hear.
Doubt if you will. My sister doesn't lie. I might go there to see for myself.
Is this the tallest tree in all of Tamriel? Probably all of Nern, come to think of it. Work exactly. They'd skitter away. Don't believe everything you hear.
Doubt if you will. My sister doesn't lie. I might go there to see for myself.
A sword of quality should be capable of shearing through your enemy's armor as well as your enemy's. If it cannot do so, then it's hardly quality, is it?